Hello, we're back again on the Virus channel. This time with Doubleclick.
What's up?
Yo.
What's up?
What's going on?
And the first question is, what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
Man, who want to start?
You start.
I'll start, bro.
All right, Hayes, go.
I'm starting. I don't think you guys have this in the UK because I know they don't have it in the US, but there's this thing called A&W, and they make root beer like in the US, but here in Canada they have like a restaurant, and their burgers are so fire. Like the fries are mid, the drinks are like every other restaurant, but the burgers are crazy. So I'll say A&W. So.
We got those though.
You have
those
A&W restaurants?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've never seen them in the UK.
I passed by like a couple of them in like just around the Midwest.
Oh, all right.
My favorite's Culver's. If you're from the Midwest, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you don't.
All right, and I know I'm gonna get crap for this, but my favorite fast food is Arby's. But, hey, shut up! I got a down pat order.
Let me hear it.
All right. So here's what it is, and there's videos on YouTube of me like making this shit too. So what you do, it's a classic roast beef, and then you get a buffalo chicken slider. It's got like really good bread, all that stuff, and you get a medium Jamocha shake and a curly fry. It's fire.
Bro, I understood like 2 words.
I respect it.
With me, actually, it's kind of weird because here in Italy we don't have many fast foods. So I've only tried KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King, but me and my friends always go to McDonald's. So yeah, just really it.
You guys call it Macca's in Italian? Or Italy?
No, we don't, but I call it Macca's because I'm used to it.
I'd say my favorite, I don't know if it classifies entirely as fast food, but there's a couple, like it's a franchise called Smash Burger, and the burgers they make are so good, and they got these smash fries too. They're always really good, but when I try to get fast food, that's normally where I go. Their shakes are good too.
For me, I'd probably say Jack in the Box because like me and my brother, we order food all the time, and that's just like my go-to. I don't know why. I just really like
That name's so funny, bro.
Bro, be quiet.
Okay. But so, how old is everyone, and where are you all from?
I'm 17 and I'm from Houston, Texas.
I'm 17 and I'm from Pekin, Illinois.
I guess I'll go. I'm 17 too. I'm Dominican. I'm from the capital, Santo Domingo. But yeah, I've moved a lot, so like it's complicated to be honest.
I'm 16. I'm from Italy, specifically Naples, and yeah.
I'm 18, just turned, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Just turned.
Yeah, I just turned 18.
Yeah.
You gotta let them know.
It's missing a porn title, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from Milwaukee. I'm 21.
What do you think to DC the Don?
DC's fire. Wait, he's from Milwaukee?
Yeah, he's from Milwaukee. That's why I asked that.
Oh, that's
DC's pretty
No
fire.
idea.
Yeah.
You ever heard of
like
the Don song?
I'm sorry, I haven't.
This is lit.
Yo, put me on. Someone DM me.
Bro, you know he used to play like basketball in high school with like Lonzo Ball and shit, and like
Yeah.
LaMelo.
Wait, so you've never heard of DC, no?
No.
Damn, that's crazy.
Somebody put them on, please.
I gotta
Nah,
tap in.
I haven't even heard of it. I just heard the name too.
I'm begging.
I used to bump them. I don't really listen to that type of shit anymore though, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
a year
same.
ago, I was bumping them.
So,
The only like Milwaukee artist I listen to is Doxia. That's pretty much it.
you said you're from Italy there. Are most people from the US, or is everyone from
Yeah,
everywhere?
most of us are.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
only people that aren't in the US is me and Ross, 25th. It's just us two.
But
Nah,
there's also
it's Secrets as well, and Pressure.
Yeah, Pressure.
Oh.
Pressure is from Italy like me, and Secrets is from Russia.
It was fire.
Is there really nothing else?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think everyone in CLIQUE is mostly from the US. People.
Okay, so I don't usually ask this question this early, but I'm going to ask it now. What's your opinions on Hyperpop?
I'll go first.
That's what I like to call a loaded question.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of. I mean, of course I like it, but I think it's definitely getting a little outplayed at this point. Like, are you talking about opinions of like the scene or like the song, like the sound itself?
Whatever you perceive that question to be.
When it comes to the sound, then I think it's like definitely evolving and is going places. But when it comes to the scene, I think it's definitely like it's just getting a little repetitive, you know. I think it's just getting a little played out.
Facts.
So many people want to be like other people. Like when Glaive started blowing up and stuff like that, like all you see is Glaive type beats like on YouTube and stuff. And like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to add like a unique element. Like if you want to like do something with it, like go big and like be yourself with it. You know what I'm saying?
I felt that.
I personally think the sound of hyperpop, like Hayes said, yeah, it's definitely evolving. Like there's so many different like aspects to hyperpop. Like you have on one side, you have people making digicore like our collective and like Gun Range and all the other stuff too. And then you have the other spectrums. You have like, you know, Umaru and like all these other crazy producers that are like kind of more avant-garde with the production. And then you have Glaive and like kind of stuff like that. It's more popish. But there's so many different, like, there's a wide like variety of like hyperpop sound. And I think that you can definitely evolve in that a lot. But yeah, I do feel like people aren't being as creative as they could be with the amount of resources that we have available now. So yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion on hyperpop, but I'm a big fan still.
I don't like how hyperpop is such a big like umbrella term. Because there's so many different sounds, you know what I mean? Like you can't really like stuff it into one category, because like when somebody, like some people at my school, like they ask me what kind of music I make, like I don't even know what to tell them, you know what I mean? Because like if I tell them I make hyperpop, you know, they're gonna think it's like, you know, like 100 gex sound or like, you know, like something like that, and it's like not that at all, you know what I mean? And you know, it's frustrating, but I think the scene has. I think there's a lot of potential. I mean, especially with TikTok. I mean, like, I know a lot of people don't like blowing up off of TikTok, but in the music scene, like in general, it's the best marketing tool out right now. Like, it is ridiculously easy to blow up off of TikTok. And I feel like more people need to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think TikTok's a really good platform too, but I also think it kind of ruined the term hyperpop.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wait, Chriad, what do you think about it?
Man, I don't really have much to add, to be honest. Like, I think just the community, the hyperpop community, it was like a good way for just like Double O in particular to start, because we kind of that's pretty much how we found all of our members. It was by finding other artists who make hyperpop. And
the community is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I genuinely think the community is so nice.
Yeah.
Without that we wouldn't have been able to find all these like good artists that are, well, amazing artists that are in Double O today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think it's expanding too. Because like even in Italy, when I first started making hyperpop, there was barely no hyperpop, and then out of nowhere, I just like started seeing hyperpop Italian hits. I was like, "What the hell?" But that's really good, because I like that it's expanding and it's getting heard from more people and new genres, new styles, and yeah.
I didn't realize this originally too, but like hyperpop has kind of affected me like personally, and that sounds really stupid when you say it, but like the thing about it is,
like hyperpop's ruining my life.
I was about to say that. I forgot who made that song, but that used to be a meme.
Hyperpop changed me.
Yeah, but the thing is, like before I found this like kind of community, I was like the biggest asshole of all time. Like you can kind of see it on my TikTok, like videos from like a year ago. I was the most ignorant piece of shit you could possibly find out there. But then I was kind of like finding more out about myself, and then I found the Hyperpop community, and like just from there, I feel like I've become a better person just from like all the experiences I've had with like people in the community, especially Doubleclick, and like also like people in the Nistopia server. Like shout out Nistopia, by the way, he's a great guy.
The GOAT.
But yeah, I think that yeah, it's definitely helped expand like my, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. Before I started making Hyperpop, you guys know about the Lil Benny arc.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make a very long story short. So like around 8th grade, when I first started making music, I started out making meme rap because, you know, I was in like 8th grade, and then you know, started making regular rap music, and I was kind of a douchebag, and like I wasn't myself for a really long time, and then like I got my shit together, and then I found the Hyperpop community, and shout out Kenny and Arjuna for finding me on Omegle and adding me to the Doubleclick server. I wouldn't even like, I don't even know like what I would be doing right now, like if that never happened. And then I ended up joining Double O.
I never even knew that's how you joined. That's crazy.
That's wild.
It's really nuts. We were in the Hyperpop and the Drain tag on Omegle. imagine that shit.
Drain tag. Fire.
So you briefly mentioned it there when you said when people ask you, you don't want to say you make Hyperpop. What do you say you make?
I mean, I say this kind of uncomfortably to them, but I tell them I make digicore, and 99% of the time, actually 100% of the time, they go, "What the hell is that?"
Okay, yeah.
And then I basically say it's like rap and EDM, like had a baby type shit.
I always just say electronica. I always just say that because it's so like everyone knows what electronic is. So it's just like, yeah, I like, because what I make is like, I feel like it kind of like bends genres. Like it's not just like one solid genre, like the stuff that I personally post. But like when it comes to the Doubleclick thing, I just normally say it's like, oh, it's just I normally tell them always, yeah, it's underground.
Yeah, that's a good way.
And then they listen to it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is so hard. Yeah, so I mean, if they're into underground stuff, normally you can get into digicore pretty easily.
Yeah, I would just say I rap, and then it's like on some underground shit. It's like that simple. Like,
yeah, when I can, I try to say that too, but like before I say it, there is always a friend saying they make Hyperpop. I'm like, man, but yeah, it's fine. I don't mind it.
I'd probably just say digicore, but like I'll compare it to Hyperpop, but like I'll try to make it not sound like cringy. You know what I mean? So they don't think it's like Hyperpop, like, you know, like really Hyperpop. It's just more like chill, like rapping on like a really like game sounding beat or something, you know?
yeah.
So it doesn't sound like too cringe.
Who hasn't answered? Oh, Chriad hasn't answered. Yeah.
When people tell me I go on this like strange rant about how I make some weird combination between Midwest emo and electronic music, and then they just look at me funny.
Yeah, and then you say, oh yeah, no, I make orange corn. They're like,
Orange corn. Why didn't you say that in the first place?
Like, my bad.
Okay, so when did the collective begin, and what was the inspiration behind starting it?
This is embarrassing.
This is a crack.
Definitely Chriad.
This is embarrassing. All right. All right. So main inspirations, I was just getting into digicore. I was listening to like Lou's song. It's called like Crackheads Freestyle. It's the cipher. Mm-hmm. And then I was also listening to like Burner by Kuiper. So I had this idea. I was like talking to different members. His name's Cadaver. Shout out Trevor. I'm like, what if we make a cipher and then like we eventually make a group and we call it Doubleclick, because figure everyone in the comm is like 2000s kids. So you just take the two last numbers of 2000, you know, 00. And then clique, whatever cool word means team, I guess. Group, sure. And I went to the Hyperpop server, the big one on Discord. Oh, it used to be big.
Yeah,
And it's dead now. And I was like looking through their promo channel, just like trying to find people that made good songs and DMing them. Eventually, I ran into somebody in like a voice call named Webkins Kazi. They told me to talk to Whyhaze, and Hayes got like probably more than half of the people on that cipher. It's still on my page. It's called Hear the Click. I wouldn't. We've all grown a lot since we made that song, and we have a ton of new members since then too.
Yeah,
I waved there, but I realized I wasn't in that original cipher. But Hayes got me in. Hayes got me in.
Yeah, it's basically what happened. Like Chriad and Trev Cadaver, like they've known each other for years, and then they just said, "Fuck it, like let's make a Hyperpop cipher." And then we just ran into each other, and I was like, "Oh, you want like features?" So I just started like hitting up people that I hadn't talked to in like 6 months, and I was like,
That's how I
"Yo,
go.
bro, you wanna get in this cipher?" And they'll be like, "Yeah," and then we just hopped on the cipher and then made it like a collective. But a lot of those people like aren't here anymore. Like it's changed, but that's really how it started.
Yeah, and I found Doubleclick from the Hyperpop server, which is really sad. I was like, I want to collaborate with like Hyperpop artists because I'm just getting into it. And so I went on to like a Discord website that showed like servers with the word Hyperpop in the name. I joined up that one. I saw Hear the Click like a few days into it. I was like, oh man, I should probably join this. I want to join this server, see what's up. And then yeah, I ended up in.
Yonk was actually the first person we added after the cipher, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long ago was the collective made?
That one dropped in May of last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like May 2021.
Wait,
Yeah, we were working on it in April, but we dropped it in May.
It's almost been a year basically.
Yep.
Damn,
No,
I did
that's-
not know that.
You were in the
Couple more
cipher.
weeks.
You were there.
I thought it was like July or something. Like
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay.
I joined in July. I
thought it
joined
was
in
6
July.
months ago, but it's been almost a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all picked me up when I was like at my worst, and
Bro, I was just like, I just hit Zix up, like, hadn't talked to him in a couple of weeks, whatever. We had one song together. And I was like, yo, you want to hop in this shit? Yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys picked me up when I only had one EP or like album on my SoundCloud. It was called Hyper Swag. Like, I cannot believe that you guys actually brought me in.
Just because it was self-produced and we liked you. We liked your production.
This is the thing. Young was asking to get in, and we was like, cause he had like, cause we all had like 30 followers type shit, and Young had like 20, 30 something, and we were listening to him, and we were like, it's good, but it's not like crazy. And then I saw that everything was like self-prod, and I was like, this guy's crazy at producing, like, cause the beats were insane. Like, I thought he was hopping on some crazy YouTube beat and then doing like normal vocals, but he was producing it, so we're like, oh, this guy's like crazy. And then that's how that happened.
I've definitely improved my vocals so much since then.
Yonk,
though.
you
Like,
came a long way, bro. If you listen to Don't Test Me, dude, that shit, like,
Crazy.
I swear to God.
And who are the OG members?
In call right now, or just like in general?
In general.
Well, the original 10 are on the cipher on my page.
Yeah, I'll say the people that were here from the start that are still here is like me, Chriad, Trev, so Cadaver,
Zix, Arjuna.
Goso, Hamari, so Patch.
Yep.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it's like 6, 7 of us.
Yeah, it's pretty funny that we're called Doubleclick, but Goso is not from. He's not born in the.
He grew up in the 2000s. I think that still counts for something, right?
you can't.
The name is after being young, but it's the Boomer Collective.
The Boomer Collective.
So that's actually a good segue to my next question. What's the general age range in the collective?
I think
Most of us.
I feel like we'll start at 16, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I think it's like a 16, 17 average.
I would say the average is definitely 18, 19. Because there's a couple, like, there's definitely 16, 17-year-olds, but we have, like, you know, a couple, like, some people in their 20s type shit. Like, my early, of course, they're not, like, 29, but it's like, but it's like, You know, there's
Oh,
like 16,
wait, yeah.
17, 18. I would say if you make it like an average, it would be 18. Definitely. 18.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because Chriad, you're 22, right?
21.
21. I knew that. I was just testing.
Nine
And
foot
then, and then Ghosto is
Goes to 23, right? I think
Yeah.
22, 23. Yeah.
And Pressure is 24. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pressure's-
oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah.
So there's currently 21,
So we-
21 members, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old is Riley?
Riley's young. I think he just turned
17.
16, 17, yeah.
So the range is like from 16 to 24. That's
Yeah,
it. There's the
basically.
range.
And yeah, so there's 21 members. How do you decide who to let in, and is it currently closed off to new members?
I never really say it's closed, but we are very picky on who we let in. They typically have a much easier time getting in if they like are friends with us first, because at the end of the day, Double O's not just a collective. Like everyone in here is like cool with each other. We
Right,
kind of hang
yes.
out, play video
It's the
games.
bros.
Yeah. So how do we decide to let people in? It just has like there's no like factor. It's just like if it fits, it fits. Like you just gotta
We don't really have a checklist or something that we like check off. Like, oh yeah, he has over 100 followers. Check. He sells products. Check. It's just if they make music that just generally speaks volumes, like, and it's like
It just
if
has
you
to
listen
sound
to
like
a
some Double O
song,
shit.
yeah, if you listen to a song, you're like, oh my god, this is so good. That's and being just like friends with. I think the main part is just like, you know, being really good friends with that. Because I mean, Vixen, we could talk about Vixen for this. Vixen was like kind of active in our community, and you know, like.
Like
he
he
made
was
like-
basically he was our friend for like 8 months before getting in. That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
since the start, but he was just friends with us because he was like not really making music, and then he just evolved into a point where he was good enough. We were like, fuck it, and we just got him.
Dude, Vixen
We
got
were
crazy.
really about like being
fast.
our own music shit.
I remember being in call with like Vixen like a lot, and you know, Chriad would be in there, and you know, Vixen would be producing something and be like, "Hey, Chriad, how do I do this, and this?" And, like, but I mean, I'm not saying that as an insult, but like he had like the urge to like constantly learn, and then he got crazy.
He was like
I
actually
respect that a lot.
he was actually trying to get better and shit.
And then
Shout
one
out
of the biggest friends of ours, Kinney, like he's super active within the Doubleclick community. Like he's in our Instagram chat, and he's not even in the collective, but he did help like produce one of the songs on the page. And like Kinney's honestly a goat. Yeah.
Shout out Kenny.
Shout out.
Yeah, I would just say the main thing is just like
right there.
be friends with us, man. We're all like here to talk, and like
it's definitely be friends with us and just make some shit where like it just sounds like it fits in with everyone else. That's really
So take Vixen for example. I'm guessing they joined later on. So let's say Vixen was like, I've got this friend, they're fire. Can they join? What would be? Would it be like we'll think about it, or would it be like, nah?
Check it out.
It'll be a think about it, definitely. It'll be like, let's hang out with him for a little bit, like see if he's cool type shit.
Yeah,
And then definitely listen to his music, because like he has to be like somewhat like good, you know, it can be trash, but
yeah, because that's what I did. That's what I did with Deadman. Deadman like listened to a couple of my songs, and he like friended me on Discord. I wanted to do a collab with him at one point. But then, so yeah, I invited him to the Doubleclick server, and then he started talking to us, and then we let him in after a certain amount of time. So I was the kind of like, oh, this dude's fire, we should let him in person.
yeah, it was
in
the
that
same thing with
situation.
because Pressure and 25th, like they had collabed a little bit, and then one day he was just like, yo, my friend wants to join, and we VC'd with him a couple times, like just to make sure he wasn't like weird or nothing, and his beats were fire, so we're like, fuck it, and we just let him in.
True.
Would you ever consider adding a member that isn't a musician, maybe someone who does digital art or videographer, something like that?
Definitely
I'd say
digital
so.
art. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like if our covers right now haven't been necessarily like crazy, they're just from like the screenshots from Mirror's Edge.
yeah, it's not like a video game.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. If
So-
a digital artist is down, like hit us up, bro. Like, that's
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Or a videographer, dude. I want a whole Doubleclick music video. That'd be crazy.
That'd be fun.
Oh damn, that would be impossible because I'm like from the other part of the world.
You
But
gotta
like,
fly
We could have you on
Yeah,
FaceTime.
I gotta fly out.
I got FaceTime, just like hold it up to the camera.
Yo,
Yeah, like have.
Uh,
I know. There's this guy that I know. His name is Mikey Mayo, and he did a music video once, and someone he made the song with couldn't be there, so we just made a life size cutout of the person and had them in the music video.
Fire, bro.
I need a life-size Whyhaze cutout. Not in the video.
You kind of touched on it a moment ago about the name. Was it simply just 2000s kids and then the word click?
Yep. That's it.
Did you have any previous names you chose?
No, I mean, Trevor and I, we thought of Doubleclick. We thought it sounded cool enough, you know, never really had to change it.
That's why he went by Boy Trev, the world's best name of all time.
We don't
Shout
talk
out.
about this. Why you had to-
Come on, man.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Okay, so individually, I want to know. So let's say you had one chance to show someone who hasn't heard any song from you that's on the Doubleclick SoundCloud. Which song would you pick and why?
Let me just check the SoundCloud before I answer. I mean, to be honest, we have a cipher on there, which is like basically everyone in the collective in it. So I feel like that's like what makes the most sense because you're kind of hearing a little bit out of everyone. But at the same time, like a cipher it's not really like a regular song, you know, it's not like a hook and shit, you know. So I don't know if it would really represent the sound, but I guess if you want to know who's in it, that would be like the best way to show you.
Wait, was it from our personal pages or from the Double O
Nah,
page?
the
Double O.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, personally, I would say Rhinestone. That is my favorite song on the page. That song is crazy. That's
Would
by
agree with that.
Arjuna and Chriad, right?
Yeah.
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 That
I'd
song's
agree with
nuts.
that because
I show that to everybody.
I love Rhinestone. I know people that could get into Doubleclick from Rhinestone. I just don't think like I would definitely choose Rhinestone as mine, but like I don't think it completely like shows what Doubleclick is because a lot of songs don't
Yeah.
sound like Rhinestone.
Yeah.
So I really like Smokescreen actually. I think Smokescreen like is a great representation of like kind of like what Doubleclick sound like a sound of Doubleclick.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smokescreen was one of my favorites for a while.
I think it's just because Smokescreen is such like a it definitely just sounds like the type of shit we do like on our pages for a lot, not for everyone, but for a lot
Most
of
of
us.
us.
Type shit. But to be honest, I think this like that question would change like pretty soon because the shit like that we've been making but that we haven't dropped is like it's definitely a little different. Like it's definitely evolving. So that question would probably change in like a week or two. Like
I don't think we'll ever do a song that sounds like Live though, so not, it's not evolving to that.
What?
Sorry, guys.
About me,
Sorry.
I feel like the song I'd recommend is "Blood on the Floor" because I really like it. I like it a lot.
Got a big ass drummy in my tummy.
Bro.
So beautiful, I swear. I've always recommended that when they asked, "Yo, let me hear something from Doubleclick." That's my favorite.
I'd still say Illusions.
I was just
Illusions
about
is
to
like
say
my
that,
favorite
too.
song.
Illusion's good too. Illusion's really good.
illusion, yeah, it's
Oh,
fine.
man.
It's my favorite song on there.
Chriad's got some catchy hooks, bro. Like Chriad's part on the cipher was my favorite verse on the cipher.
Really?
Which song would you
Sorry, guys.
pick, Chriad?
Man, this is gonna be a surprise to like probably all of you. Probably Silly.
Silly's such
yeah.
a good song. Oh my god, I forgot about Silly.
It's because that shit's so old though, but like
I feel like the sound hasn't changed too much from that. Like
yeah, no, it hasn't.
The beat is so
It's-
hard on that.
it's
His
catchy.
verse is so hard. Zix's verse is so hard. It's so catchy. I think it's a perfect song, actually. I
think that
can't
was my
revoke my
first,
statement.
like,
Nah, I rock with it. It gets me hype.
There's some hype.
That is fitted.
But it's good.
I probably still listen to that one the most on the page, to be honest.
I love Silly. I
What?
forgot about Silly.
I forgot about that too, and I'm on it. So
Yeah, that one came like as a surprise. Like I didn't even know you guys were working on that.
Yeah, it's just this was like the second week after we made the collective. Like I just hit up Zix because me and Zix were like kind of starting to become like on some like duo shit. So I just hit him up like, fuck it, let's just make a song for the page. Like I didn't tell anyone else about it. And we just sent it and we were like, yo, can we put this on the page? And we were like,
Yeah, I was like playing Minecraft and then he texted me and he sent me the beat and then I was like, yo, this is like crazy. And then he sent me the open and then I just recorded on it. I don't even know if I recorded on the right BPM because I was like, but like, at least I got better.
One song that blows my mind from the 00 page, like before I joined 00, the song that really grabbed my attention was Pass Out. Like, that was crazy.
I was just gonna say, I feel like that kind of serves as like the stepping stone to what Doubleclick is now. Like you can kind of feel like you can kind of hear like how like less refined like it was, my verse specifically. But I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, no, I think I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, so, how planned out are the releases on the Doubleclick page? Is it random or is there a schedule for everything?
Well, nowadays it's like if we have a song done and it's been like a good enough time since the last song, we'll just plan it and drop it.
I think that's definitely different from other collectives because there's people that really take that serious. Like, you know, their shit's planned months in advance. Like, who's gonna be on this song? It's produced by who? What type of song? We're gonna drop it this day. Really, just don't care, bro. We'll just make a song. It would be like someone will make it like an open, and then me or someone else will be like, "Yo, I can hear this and this and this on this," and then we'll just
we used to have a weekly schedule, but that didn't really work out for that long.
It was too much. We were dropping too much, bro.
Yeah.
So it'll just be like, this guy sounds like he should be on this. We'll ask him like, you want to hop on it? They'll record. And then when it's done, we'll wait like a week. Just drop it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And when you decide you're making a song for the page, how long does it usually take for the song to be finished?
It could take...
That's subjective.
It could take a week if like the people are recording on it, just to like fill opens really fast, or it could take a couple months depending on...
Depends on who it is.
I've been holding on to a beat for like the longest time for Haze and Arjun that's supposed to be dropped, but it's because I can't figure out what I'm doing with like the bridge. So,
have a co-prod.
That is true. No, I want to
think about it.
So
I'll figure it out.
I like the pace that you do drop music at. How important would you say consistency is when in a collective?
Like in terms of just dropping music?
Wait, say that again, sorry?
Like in terms of just dropping music?
Yeah, like staying consistent.
That's a good question.
My Discord crashed, so I didn't hear the question. Could someone repeat it?
I said, I'd like the pace that you drop music on the Doubleclick SoundCloud. How important would you say consistency is when in a collective?
Super important.
Yeah, true.
It's not fun to fall off.
Bro, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely, I would say it's crazy important. Like, I think that's where a lot of other collectives go wrong, where it's like they'll just get too comfortable and then they won't drop for 3 months, and then everyone just forgets about it. You know, that shit just fades out. There's always new like people make so many collectives and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you don't remind people that you exist, like they'll forget about you. Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's definitely important to be consistent and put out new shit here and there.
Yeah, and like when we're not dropping or whatever, we're still finding ways to keep our like name known. Like we have a lot of people in our Discord. We promote it so hard. Yeah, we definitely try to stay consistent with our drops, even if not like on a weekly schedule or like a set day. Like
no schedule, but we're definitely not like if we haven't dropped in a minute, like we're definitely gonna be like, yo, can someone make something, like let's drop. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Also, I feel like it's very important so people can hear our evolution with our sound, so that maybe they don't get something from 3 months. We change our styles and yeah. I feel like that's very important too.
You get a little update of like what we sound like.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So besides consistency, what's some advice you'd give to people that want to start a collective?
I definitely got. Okay, I'm gonna go first because I think I have a good answer for this. Start a collective where it develops into a friend group. Don't start a collective where it starts out as a friend group, or don't start a collective where it never becomes a friend. Like it's just all like professional. I think the shit that really works is when it starts out as people that don't really know each other, and then they grow together with the music, and then they develop into like a friend group. But a lot of times you'll have people where it's like they have like a friend group and they're like, fuck it, we should make our friend group into a collective, and it just never works. It just dies so quick. And it's the same shit where like people make collectives where people in it don't fuck with each other like that, but they're just in a collective together because they have kind of the same sound or whatever, and they just never work. I've been in those and I've seen them and they last literally weeks. Like I've seen they'll last 2-3 weeks and then it dies. Like it happens so much, especially in this scene, because people just get bored, but they just make hella collective. So definitely,
I think you need. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna like recap that. Just have something where it develops into a friend group. I think that's the most important thing.
I think one of the most like important things you need is motivation. Like you need to be prepared to kind of promote your things. You need to be prepared to deal with like, you know, adding new members, like production, like all this other stuff. Like you just need to be prepared to like, it's a lot of hard work, like running a collective. You need to be active. Like, so it's just like, I would say like, in order to run a collective, you need to have a mindset that you want to run a collective. You don't want to be like, oh, you don't want to get like the idea one morning, just wake up and be like, oh my God, I want to run a collective. You can't just do this like spur of the moment. You kind of have to like put effort and time into it.
Yeah. I think that's also where a lot of people in this community, like the Hyperpop community, go wrong, where it's like, they'll just get inspired one day and they'll just start it the same day and it just flops so hard, bro. It's like, so yeah, I think that's true. That's facts.
Yeah, staying on Haze's point, I feel like collective members gotta like help each other too. So for example, if they think like that they can give tips and advices to the others, like why not be genuine, you know, with each other. Try to help everyone out you can with your knowledge. I feel like that's very important. That's how I improved basically, and most of the people here improved. I feel
like
like.
I gotta collab.
Yeah.
Like, not only on the page, but like in the people's like individual shit, where it's like just collab with each other a lot, so other people start really seeing you as a group. Like when other people that just listen to Hyperpop, they see this name and it's often paired up with like these people. It's like everyone just kind of sees it as a group. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense when I say that loud, but it makes sense in my head. Like,
no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think being genuine is like one of the biggest factors to like having a collective. Because I mean, like this is one of my like Doubleclick is like one of my like biggest friend groups IRL and online. Like this is where this collective is like where I've improved my mental health. Like I've talked to people like when I'm feeling down or whatever, and it's just like, you know, people in the collective are always there for you. And I think that having that in a collective is like one of the most important things that you can have.
Yeah, facts. Like whenever I feel down, like the first person I run to is like Whyhaze or Chriad.
Yeah.
Like I don't even run to like my RLs. I just run to like Whyhaze or Chriad or something.
Yeah, same. I did that as well in the CLIQUE chat a lot, if anybody noticed.
That's good though.
Okay, so what would you say is the best part about being a collective, and what would you say is the hardest part about being in a collective, if there is a hardest part?
I think I'll go first.
As being like a member, I don't think there's like a hard part about it. I mean, I'm sure you have some hardships like Chriad, like, you know, with like managing like the collective and stuff like that. But like this is like we like really don't have any problems. Like when I talk to people about like collectives and stuff like that, they're like, oh, you know, I don't join collectives because, you know, it's just like a shit show or whatever. And like, you know, like I'm cooling in 00. Like I've been in it for like how long now?
A minute.
A minute.
At least half a year.
At least half a year. And But the best thing I think is just like the team aspect and just like we're all homies and it's like chill and it's like a good time. Like we could take it serious and like make music and like kick ass and then we could be playing Fortnite. You know what I mean?
I don't play Fortnite, but
I think, yeah, I've asked Hayes like 50 billion times to play Fortnite with me. He never says yes ever. It makes me mad.
Fake friend.
Okay, I think that the best part of a collective is definitely the friend group that comes with it. I enjoy, as much as I enjoy making music, I enjoy making music for people that enjoy listening to it and enjoy making it with me and enjoy just like being around. Like I think like just the community itself is like the best part of a collective. I think the worst part is when things go awry in this community. I think it's really hard to kind of, you know, reposition yourself back to where you were originally. Like it's kind of hard. Like when something fucks up, like you can't really just go back like normal. Like it kind of takes time. I think that's the worst part of being in the collective, because when things like fuck up, like you gotta, you know, readjust yourself.
What about you, Chriad?
I guess for me the best part is like I get to see pretty much like all my friends grow as musicians, and you know, we get to hang out, play video games. I don't know. it's just like a really cool thing. Like I never like get home from working or something and feel like I have no one to come and like hang out with and talk to. Like there's always just some people hanging out in the voice chat here, and like well, you can see the other chat right there. It's full right now. And they're not even getting interviewed. And it's just like really comforting to have like it's comforting to always have like a good circle of friends that are there for you.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the worst part for me is deciding when we have to like let some people go. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't really want to get into it, but like that for me in just like in part of like operating a collective, that's probably the toughest part for me.
Yeah, no, that's basically what I was trying to say without saying it explicitly. Like, yeah.
I guess I'll go for me. The best thing would definitely be like, I don't know how to say, like I have something to like rep. For me, I wouldn't be making music if I don't have something to like rep. I don't know. It just like it would feel pointless. Like I like the feeling where it's like on some like you're repping your group and shit, and it's like that's it. Like that's really what I fuck with. It's like
It's the game.
and it's like it's people I really like is my friends and shit. So it's just like we just support each other. I could just rep that shit. Like I could just like mention it in my songs and shit like that, or have like tags in my songs. That's what I fuck with. Like that's the thing I fuck with the most.
We got the best tags.
For real.
We do. We have like 50 billion and we use like 2 of them.
I go ahead. For me, the best part is having like a group to make music and have fun at the same time with, a group that always supports you, even if you have IRL problems and stuff like that. I wouldn't be in this collective if it wasn't like that, because I felt really attached to every single member ever since I joined, and seeing new people really made me happy. Seeing this collective, you know, growing up made me proud of it and happy of our music and stuff like that. But the worst part is when sometimes I have a musician block and I feel like I'm not doing anything to help the collectives out, and it's really, I don't know, I just feel like it's not going well with my career. So it's bad because you're not like doing anything to help your friends, and you're not even doing anything to help yourself, because I feel like making music is a need for people that really care about it.
What about music? You ain't say nothing.
Well, like the best part and like the worst part.
Yeah.
I feel like the best part, I'd probably say like joining Double O helped me a lot, because like before I only had like a girlfriend. That was the only person I talked to like IRL and anything. So now that I have like Doubleclick, like I talk to them every day, and like I can show them like my songs and everything, and I could get like actual feedback, not just people like lying, know?
Yeah, not some like dick riding.
Yeah, I used to have a girlfriend. Now I have 50 boyfriends.
Dump your girlfriend and join Doubleclick.
For real, do that.
So I've got a little side note question because you mentioned it then. What do we think to the no building on Fortnite?
Hey, this is the thing.
I didn't even play. I was like,
Really?
A little bit. I know I said I didn't play Fortnite. I was lying. I played a little bit, right? Games. It was fun, but the map, bro, the map is not made for like no building because there's too much.
I agree.
Space, so you just get fucking sprayed down. Like
it's like you're playing Warzone.
I think it would be cool as a game mode, like a separate game mode, some limited time shit or something. That'd be cool.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
Oh,
they did that?
I think they did like because I was playing yesterday with Faye like at 5 in the morning. It was my first time playing no build, and like I was like, I'll be honest, I didn't really like it. Like I was like raging, but like
you're creative sweat, bro. Like you're some like building.
Bro, I'm not a sweat.
I think the people who are genuinely pissed about there not being building in Fortnite for like a week and a half are the people that don't know how to aim at all.
Yeah,
like he was asking me like to 1v1, bro, and all he did was like build, like bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I used to when Fortnite was like cool and shit. I did not know how to aim. I would just spam builds. Like I would watch tutorials, bro, and like their what's it called, high ground retakes and shit. That's all I
bro,
did.
Like, wait, it's crazy.
No. Do you guys remember when people would turn like auto edit their cones into floors so you could do faster building?
No,
you were too deep in.
You were in too deep. Bro.
It was like season 3, bro. Like everybody and their mom was playing Fortnite. I was like, I gotta be back in my school.
I used to play back then. I didn't remember that.
Chapter 2.
Nah.
Season 3.
This guy's lame, bro.
Virus, you could kick him out of the call.
No, you could get K's out because he doesn't want to play Fortnite with me anymore. Ever. Actually, no, that was never a thing.
Yo, you never did. Right?
Bro, that new shit is in the ass, bro. That new Fortnite is not good.
You hate
Fortnite was fire, but it's not good.
We got to do like a music review Fortnite stream.
That'd be fire.
Wait, Virus.
I just don't think we should do that.
Squads and music review.
Yeah, because I peeped you were doing a music review yesterday. I was like, so there you go. If one day you don't know what to do, bro, play some Fortnite.
You see a thing that says music review with Doubleclick, and you click it, and it's just Chriad playing Fortnite, just cranking out.
I'm not good at Fortnite, so you don't want to see my gameplay.
Okay, so yeah, back to the collective questions. Who would you say is the biggest influences for the collective?
Like outside the collective?
Yeah. Could be mainstream artists, could be SoundCloud artists.
I think this question works well like individually too. Because each person has their own way of like creating music. So I think just like personal inspirations is kind of like what fuels Doubleclick's inspirations.
I mean, I'll say there's definitely like it's a reoccurring theme where it's like there's definitely a lot of people that are very Midwest emo inspired, but it's because of Chriad, like because he kind of put us onto that shit, and that's like his thing. So I see that quite a lot, but it's not for everyone. But it's because we all make. Some of us are so different from each other when it comes to music. Where it's like there's not really like a good answer for that. I would say like
you can answer individually too if you like.
Oh, individually.
In terms of the page. I think I produced like half the songs or maybe slightly more on the page. And like they're all digicore on the page. And most of when I make like digicore beats, the inspiration's like Slow Silver 03.
For real.
That's most
Among Us Cypher.
No.
For me personally, I would say my biggest inspiration is probably my mom and my friends. They keep me going. Shout out Double.
That's wholesome.
Bro, I think you're saying about your sound, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think out here trying to sound like
your mom be rapping you.
Pohcus' mom is the fire producer back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
back in 1910.
What really got me
started
started
of all time.
What really got me started was listening to D-Bangs and Lil Boom. And then for Hyperpop, I started listening to Blade, and then I got.
Oh, come on.
Starting out.
Yo, get him out of here. Yo, this guy just called Blade Hyperpop.
Nah, and then I started listening to like Heroin Sick and Dolly and Saturn, like shut up, Chriad.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
But yeah, that's kind of what got me started going with music. Now I just like do whatever like comes to my mind. But yeah,
I'd say one of my biggest inspirations originally was Six Impala. Like I would say that they're really not like, you know, listenable to most people. But like I was a huge Six Impala fan, and then they were playing at Lollapalooza once, so I joined. I saw them. I saw 100 Gex and some other people, and that just got me more and more like invested into it. And I think I didn't even realize this at the time, but I used to be a huge fan of Breakins. I don't know what pronouns Breakins uses. I forgot, but Hypnagogia is such a good album. And I used to listen to that all the time. And I think that album really influenced my production. Like, even though like not a lot of my songs sound like Breakins or whatever, that was like one of the key artists that I used to listen to that like really got me inspired. And then, yeah, I'd say like Emok, he has great like vocal harmonies. That's where I got like inspirations for my vocal harmonies on my songs and stuff. But like, yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of inspirations on like every side of like the electronic spectrum. So I can't really just define like a couple, but those are some key influences. I mean, I could say Skrillex because I used to listen to Skrillex.
Hey, me too.
I do have a lot of inspiration from the old emo rap community because I was a lot into that. So even if I'm like making digicore too, and like I'm bringing up the sound, still with sad lyrics, if anybody noticed, I still go on the sad shit, even if it's like a really digi beat. But like for example, my last drop, March 25th, it's really inspired from the old emo rap community. So yeah, so like Nine Tails, Garden, Hamilton, the people on the Sad Chill channel, if you know about it. I was a lot into that. So yeah.
For me, I'd probably say like I got inspired a lot by like Blade, like when starting off though. But like recently, I've been getting inspired a lot by like Ivy League and like Seven Serene, because like I'm almost like doing a lot.
I haven't heard Ivy League in a fat minute.
Yeah, I'd say
a lot of pianos.
For me, inspiration.
But I'd say Blade. Blade is definitely like my biggest inspiration.
Sounds like Blade.
Bro, I don't think I sound like Blade, but like
it inspired, you know. Like also, I would say for me definitely like Black Cray. I used to listen to a lot like Black Cray, like the old Lil Tracy shit, like the Lil Tracy Youngblood shit. So I think those two probably the biggest inspos. But when it comes to like the scene type shit, definitely Whyhaze and Zuzi, no doubt. It's Whyhaze and Zuzi, no doubt. I think probably a little bit of like Exodus in there too. But when it comes to like my biggest inspos in general is definitely like the Youngblood, like Black Cray type shit, especially Black Cray. Like that's probably the artist I listen to the most, like in general.
Funeral and 4CF are also huge inspirations for me. I don't know what it is, but definitely Funeral with like production and like whatever, and then 4CF with vocals. I don't know, but shout out both of them.
I mentioned my inspirations for my beats, but like for my music, it's like Hayes said, it's Midwest emo. I listen to like Tiny Moving Parts, American Football.
I love it.
Some EDM garbage.
Like, no. Explain your EDM garbage.
Virtual Riot, Sudden Death. Those are the main two for me. Emo rappers, kind of like Ross said, like mainly 93 Feet of Smoke. I don't know, just a lot of inspiration from a lot of places.
I forgot about Dream. Dream is a huge inspiration of mine, especially
Dream.
I thought you said Drain, bro.
Yeah, Dream.
I heard Dream, like the Minecraft YouTuber.
Yo, shout out Dream.
Huge inspiration.
Facts.
So, what genre would you say Doubleclick is?
Digicore.
Nah, I don't know.
I would say
Digicore. I would say
I
Digicore.
guess, yeah. I don't know. I guess.
Are we
With
getting
the
into,
exception of like Rhinestone and like maybe one other song. Like,
yeah,
it's on the
mainly
page. Okay. I thought you meant like the
Yeah.
roster, like.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
page,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. If it's the songs on the page, then definitely like digicore, hyperpop stuff.
So, how would you feel about Doubleclick getting a manager or signing to a label as a collective?
I would fuck with that.
Yeah, I would too. It'd have to
Good.
be a good
have to-
deal,
Yeah.
because a lot of us are really creative people, and if our creativity is taken away, it's probably not going to work the same way.
Yeah, definitely. But it'll definitely be cool to like, not in the aspect of being signed, but if it's some shit where it's like we have someone that could look out for venues and shows and shit like that, like I would love that. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, that'd be so fire.
That's what I would fuck with, like having a manager, really, because
Yeah.
they could like hook you up with like gigs
Yeah,
and
that
shit.
would like. That would
Yeah, if you want to hook us up with venues and shows and stuff, yeah, hit us up, please.
Yeah. Please.
We're desperate.
So, so the latest song you dropped is Sickening, right? On the
Yep.
Doubleclick page.
Yeah.
Can you speak about how that came to be?
I made that beat a long time ago. Originally it was for Ahe. I sent it over to him, and he couldn't really think of a good verse on it. So I kind of we have our own like private beat channel. So like our producers, we have a lot of producers in the collective. They just kind of drop beats in there, and if one of our artists like wants to use it, they can. And that's pretty much what happened. Faye made the open on my beat. Arjuna asked for the open. Song was finished.
That's how it is for every song on the page, basically.
It's as simple
Yeah.
as that.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Yeah, do you plan on doing merch for the collective?
I designed some merch back a long time ago. I had just had some good concept merch. It never really went anywhere, but like, I don't know. I would love to design some merch, but I don't know what Chriad would have to say about that, honestly.
Eventually, I think once there's like high enough demand for merch, then we could start thinking about merch. But until then, like it's kind of, I wouldn't say off the table, but we're not really thinking about it.
Yeah.
We do have one piece of merch that a lot of the members in Doubleclick have, but it's not really merch. It's just a shirt from Custom Ink.
That's a custom. It's custom ink, bro.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. Like, I think it's kind of pointless right now, but if there's a point where it's like people are asking for merch, then definitely. The thing I would fuck with personally, if it's not just like the logo on something, like if it's really like it looks like a clothing brand, you know, that's what I
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. Clothing brand.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of seeing merch that's kind of just basic, and it's just like, oh yeah, let's just slap our logo on here or whatever, do this, do that.
Yeah.
I want something that's just like genuinely like, you can tell it's Doubleclick merch, but you can't tell if it's like, you know, just like a regular merch shirt or it's like, you know, something completely different. Like that's really well designed.
So sure, it's like if someone that doesn't know about 00 sees it, like they'll just assume it's like an actual street like streetwear brand or whatever.
Yeah.
They want us.
I wouldn't want to price the merch too high either. Like I'd want it to be affordable.
So again, visual artists that might want to be part of 00. Hit us up.
It's hard.
So, what are the plans or goals for the collective for 2022?
New songs.
We're going crazy.
Make music.
I think one big goal that I have personally is I want to do some sort of Doubleclick meetup, like for the people that can attend. Like I think seeing each other IRL would be like a really dope thing.
Yeah, me and Hayes were talking about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to LA this summer and have like anyone that could go to LA, they'll pull up, and then we could do some meetup shit.
I personally think
That'd be
because
crazy.
Chicago's like in the middle of all, like. Yeah, I think Chicago is like the best place to do it, honestly. But
Yeah. Speaking of, I just met Deadman there like a week and a day ago. So
Yeah,
that was a double O meetup. I don't know. It's just 2 members. So.
I was Whyhaze kind of near where I am at, and I wanted to meet up, but we'll see what happens.
I have met up, but like I'm talking like some big meetup where it's like collective is there. That's what I want personally.
Yeah,
yeah, like we could like all record in like someone's house. Like that's like a meetup.
That's gonna be
just
great.
like see each other and like eat.
And no one's gonna drop their address.
No, I'll do it, bro. I'll do it. I don't care if y'all are here. I'll do it.
Well, I'm
all right.
All right,
it won't be alright.
You're already on doc.
Yo, someone posts one of our members and then just like DM Hayes and be like, I'm in your city. Where you at?
And I'll just drop my addy, bro.
I'm gonna like spam your address and like promo channels.
Bro, what is wrong with you? That's fucked up.
No, Zixdown's the only reason no one's dropping their address, bro.
We have Zixdown's IP, though. We have his IP.
Oh, yeah.
What?
There was a funny thing. Zixdown can really it's not really good with downloading stuff, when installing stuff. So we were helping him out, and out of nowhere, Chriad just says, yo, Zixdown, can you go to nordvpn.com? And there's like that little thing that shows your IP. And it was super confused about it. It was like, yeah, so what? And somebody screenshotted his IP. We were like,
yeah, I was like streaming because they were helping me set up like a VST or something, I think.
Yeah. I was helping you out exporting like the thing from the zip file.
That's fresh air.
Chriad told me to go to NordVPN, and I had no idea what that is. Like, I didn't even know what a VPN was. And then I search it up, and then I like, my IP is on top, and I'm streaming, and then Chriad just spams my IP and my GM. And then I get it spammed by like Star Dante too. Like, bro, I'm not getting spammed on my IP. But then I got scared. But it was like,
there's a few people that in this collective, I'm pretty sure, that just have a picture of my house. Like, they don't know where it is, they just have a picture of my house.
All right.
I've dropped like where my job. Like I've told people like the address to my job and shit before.
No, that's a pretty big goal, just like meeting up. But yeah, a general goal is just like release more songs, hopefully like, do other like promotion. I personally, I don't know about Chriad, but like I personally love to get a point where we can make merch and make videos and hopefully get venues at some point. That's a huge goal. That's like ginormous. But yeah.
I would say those are definitely goals. I'm not sure if they're like in my idea of 2022.
Yeah, I don't know if they're obtainable like as of now, but 2022 just get the community up more, just make a bigger name for ourselves.
Yeah, like, we don't want to be like temporary.
Do you have plans for a tape or a new cipher or anything?
No ciphers planned right now. Most of our members that we have right now, most of them were on the last one, so there's no like real need for like an updated cipher yet.
Yeah, to be honest, there probably won't be a cipher for a minute. We haven't talked about a tape, but now that you bring it up, I think that would be like
that'd be fire.
That would be
really cool.
Like, but we've had no discussion about that like in the past, but like to be honest, like it could definitely happen. Like I think there's definitely gonna be artists that drop tapes and shit and on some solo shit where like a lot of the other double O people are involved. I mean, Young dropped an album with like basically the whole roster on it.
Yeah.
There's definitely shit like that that's gonna happen more, but some like tape on the double O page, like I think that would be cool, but we haven't really talked about nothing like that. No.
Yeah, Arjuna and I are working on like an EP or something, but that's a completely different side project. But in terms of like a tape, like I'd love to do a Doubleclick tape.
Let's talk about it more like soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we could try to get like every single member on it.
That'd be cool.
100%. I feel like if we do it, we have to.
Yeah.
And we have to get Stone Boy.
How long are tapes? Like 8 songs or like 4 songs?
Whatever you want.
I don't think it really matters.
This is like an interview with Virus now. It's like
we're just asking him questions.
Yo.
So individually, when did you actually start making music, and what inspired you to start making music?
I started I started in 2011. And
God.
like I was listening to a lot of like Skrillex and Knife Party, and this guy on YouTube, his name, he goes by Seamless with an R at the end of it, and that guy was just like pumping out FL Studio tutorials, and I was just like watching those all day. Even I didn't even have FL Studio, I was just watching FL tutorials because I thought they were so cool. And my parents gave me FL Studio for like Christmas in 2011, and been using FL since then. I'm not going to show you any of my songs from 2011, bro. Those are terrible. But I've definitely, that's when I started. I mean, like music in general, I learned like the drum set when I was 6 years old. It's just been a big part of my life since.
Yeah. I don't know. My story is kind of cool, but like, I've gone by 3 aliases now, not including side projects, and that's because I've been doing this for a long time and just kind of figuring things out. I started back in like 2013, I think. I was very young at the time. I only had GarageBand, and it came free with this iPad that I got for Christmas, and that's kind of where I started with it. And then I started doing music classes for piano. And I think I did 1 class, and then the guy running it was like, "Oh yeah, have you ever heard of Ableton?" I'm like, "No, what is that?" And then so I kind of learned what Ableton was, and then it led to me thinking Ableton is like the second coming of Jesus Christ. Like I used Ableton all the time. Like I released something on iTunes under my like full name in 2015, and it was really shit. Don't give it a listen, please. But like from that point on, I've been improving like constantly, and I've never promoted my stuff like actively or whatever, cause I suck at marketing. So I would just kind of make songs, I'd pump them out. Volkswagen Russia stole a couple of my songs once, but, I think like really what inspired me to like start making music is I would just go into the sample packs that Ableton would give you, like the stock packs, and I would just put them together. And it was like, I was like, okay, these sound like full-fledged songs. Like I kind of want to make stuff like more unique or whatever. But I think just like having those like Lego blocks essentially of like just like samples and stuff, putting them together, that really kind of opened up a new like path for me to like produce music and for me to like make music. And basically I think that just inspiring me was like, it was just all luck basically. I don't know, just from like my instructor telling me what Ableton was and all the other stuff.
For me, it was like really random. Like I just met this girl and like she sent me her playlist, and it was all like underground music, and I had no idea what was underground. Like I was listening to like Suicide Boys and like Lil Peep. And then around that time, it was like I was talking to her a lot, and she was telling me a lot about the music. And I was about to turn 16, so I know I could get a job. So as soon as I turned 16, I got a job, and she was telling me like I should try making music. So then I bought my PC after I like started working, and then I just started making music from there on. Cause I found out about curtains, and then I found out like there's a lot of people like doing it, and like there's a whole community. I had no idea there was like a whole community. Like I didn't even know the name was like Hyperpop back then. I thought it was just like Lil Uzi Vert or something. So,
that's my favorite genre.
For real, no cap.
When was all that though? Like,
I know it was like, I know my first song was October 10th, and it was like a corny date, but like
of like 2020.
I don't know. I think it was 2020. Yeah,
it was 2020.
Damn, time passed by fast, but that's crazy. I was like searching up like Blade type beats because she had told me about Blade. I didn't even know what Hyperpop was. I was just searching up Blade type beats and just hopping on whatever.
Getting about calling Blade Hyperpop, bro.
Oh my god.
For me,
it's cloud rap.
For me, I had never thought of like making music. Like I had no background in it. And one day there's this like Twitch streamer I really fucked with called like Los Polos TV. And I'm gonna say, so he was doing this contest where it's like he gives you 3 words and you got to use those 3 words in your song, and you have an hour to make the song, and then you send it, and if you win the contest, you get like $50 or something. And I had never made music, so but I was a huge fan of his like stream. So I said it. I see the stream. I'm like, bro, I gotta make a song. So I look up like TJX6 Casher Quan type beat. I download GarageBand on my phone, and I make like the shittiest like scam meme song, and where I say like the most outlandish shit. Like it's like it wasn't like really like bad shit, but I was just trying to be funny, like for attention. And I dropped it. I sent it to the stream. There was like, I still have a video on my phone of like me screen recording like the stream. There was 15,000 people like watching, and when my song was playing, everyone was like, "LMAO, like this is funny." Like they were just like, they just thought that shit was funny, and like my song got like 2K plays in like a couple hours. I was like I thought I was famous. Like I thought I was blowing up. So after that, I was just like, "Fuck it, I gotta make music now." Like I gotta like they just like I got like 40 followers on SoundCloud, but I gotta make music now. And then I started joining servers because I was already listening to like Hyperpop for a minute, but I never wanted to make music. I just started joining servers, and then I met this one person like Renee. They go by Snipers now, and they were making like,
shout out Renee.
Like yeah, shout out. They were making some like cringy Roblox core. I'm gonna be honest, but I thought that shit was hard. So then I just started making Hyperpop because of that. That's it. That's it. I just started as a meme, to be honest.
I started making music. I was making troll music, and in the lockdown period. So my first approach to music, like using FL and stuff, was definitely in November 2020. So we were just chilling in Discord with my classmates because we were always there playing games and stuff. And I just told a friend of mine, "Yo, we should make a song, like a troll song," because we had a lot of memes back then, you know, about our teachers and stuff. So we made like a troll song about our teachers. We sent it in the like GC of the classroom, and everybody liked it. And like I started getting interested in making music seriously, not just for trolling. And I started joining Discord servers about music. I found a Discord server. There was this guy named Dash that I don't think is making music anymore. I haven't heard of him in a while actually, but I still have a song privated on my SoundCloud with him. And he got me into digicore stuff. I already knew about digicore before, but I just said you should try making this. Don't make just, you know, this Juice WRLD type beat song type shit. And I actually did that. Then I released my first song in May 2021. So it was like after a while. And yeah, like I just kept going on. Biggest influence was still the emo rap sound, basically. Even though I was making more digicore stuff.
So yeah, for me, it's been a very long road, like from the point where I'm at now. So I've always been like doing musical stuff like pretty much all my life, really, like from like 10 years old. I took guitar lessons and drum lessons for like 5 years, and my guitar teacher, shout out BJ Price, he's cool. And he gave me guitar lessons for 3 years, and he gave me this, he was like, "Hey, I just got this DAW." Like, he was like, "I don't know if you know what a DAW is, but it's called Sonar Platinum, and you could like record guitar music in here." And so I was like, all right. And he like downloaded, like he gave it to me in like a USB drive, and like I downloaded it on my computer. But that's what I used to like make my first like songs and stuff like that, because when I went to Catholic school up until 6th grade, and then I went into public school because I hated it. And then when I was in public school, like the first friends I had, they were like, "Yo, like, you know, you make music and stuff, why don't you try to make rap music?" And I was like, all right, fuck it. And then I started making some meme rap. And then I got 1,000 plays on my first song. I thought I was famous, bro. And like everybody, and my original name was Lil Benny. and yeah, and I don't stop hearing it till this day.
It's a
and like
crazy name.
yeah, and
That's
then
just fire, bro.
and then I made a song after that, and I got an email from this company called Coast to Coast, and they offered me to play a show in Chicago. And so like I had to tell my mom about it, and I was really nervous, but she was really cool about it and accepting, and I really appreciate that. And I did that. It was like a rap competition, and so I went down there, and I got second place, and the top 5 go to Miami for like the world championship. And so I went down there, and I performed, and I met 4 A&R record label executives. And I ended up getting in the top 40, and I performed down there, and I got like 12th place, which was pretty cool. I was about 14 at the time, and then pretty much immediately following after that, I had like my first song that blew up, and then like I started getting a bunch of traction like around my school and stuff, and that was like what really kept me going. And then I stopped liking like regular rap music, and like decided to kind of be myself more like around probably like sophomore summer. I'm a junior now, and I found Hyperpop basically. It was through like some song a girl sent me. It was that Avit song, the Twitter Loser. That's the first ever like Hyperpop song that I ever heard, and then I started making Hyperpop from there. It's been about.
I love that question because everyone has such different answers. It's like so cool. Like that's fine.
Sorry,
Man, shout out BJ Price.
Shout out BJ Price.
This guy shouted out his guitar teacher, but that's fine.
No, dude, on
Hold on.
Facebook, he did happy birthday on the guitar for me.
Bro, you gotta send them the
Yeah.
interview, bro. You gotta be like, I shouted
Yeah.
you out.
No, I'm gonna.
I forgot to shout out this other guy, my 3rd grade teacher, who like he originally like he showed me GarageBand and all this stupid shit, but like later on, I like even in 6th grade, I was still doing like tutoring sessions with him with like Ableton and stuff. So like shout out Mr. Seeley too. Yeah, shout out BJ Price. Shout out
Yo,
Mr.
bro,
Seeley.
shout out your whole class, bro.
Shout out Matt. Shout out Matt, the classmate of mine.
Yo.
Chriad has made a birthday video message for him as well. I do
I
remember
remember
that.
that.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. Our troll songs will always be the best.
Nah,
Okay.
bro. Shout out Jackie, bro. If I didn't know her, bro, I don't know what I would be doing right now, bro. I would not even know what this music is.
I'm not shouting out any teachers, bro. I fucking hate all of them.
Yo,
Actually,
I feel that.
another person that got me into like this type of music. Shout out Rory, cause
Shout out Rory.
Yeah.
Shout out Rory.
Rory,
Very fun.
you gotta say it. So yeah.
Rory is super cool because
No, not
One
Rory.
time-
Rory
I don't think it's talking about Rory
for.
before.
No, I'm talking about a friend of mine.
God damn it. I still wanna shout out Rory 404 because on Twitter once I was like I didn't have I didn't have much traction at all. I mean, Roy didn't necessarily help me like with traction, but he helped me get features. Like I was like, yo, someone send me opens, and I had someone send me an open. I was on it, and it was solely because of Rory that like I was able to do that. And like Rory's super chill. Talk to Rory, he's a fire guy.
So I'm gonna ask you server questions now. Is that all right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm gonna say this just even though we've said it, but they said, "How do you pronounce Chriad?" It's Chriad, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually like,
Chriad.
no, it's not. No, that's
No, come on.
right.
Prize Chriad. That's my name. That's actually a good question because everyone always mispronounces it.
Yeah, I did yesterday on stream.
I just want to tell you right for the first.
People are always
Yeah.
like, yo, shout out Chriad or shout out like Triad.
Oh, there's only a couple people that get it first try. Haze was one of
I
them.
think I got it first.
That's
try,
your
right?
first try, bro.
I got it.
I did not
first
get it
time,
first
so.
try.
I think I
That's
got
my
it
biggest
first try.
fan.
I started saying Triad to like make Triad mad, but it was like
Yeah.
Yeah, Chriad used to have. There was a roll in Double O clip called the Poop Man
It still
roll.
exists. It still
Man, you still have it. You still have it, bro.
got it, bro.
Look at your rolls.
That shit's still there.
Yeah.
It's like there was this role called like Poop Man, and if you pronounce Chriad's name wrong, we just give you Poop Man. And you're just Poop Man. You have the poop logo next to your name.
Right, isn't that like how we used to like call Vixen all the time? Just poop.
Yeah, I'd be like Poop Man.
Yeah.
The Puma.
And it would make my name brown, like in the server. So I was like,
You get the poop logo next to your name. It's like a whole thing.
Okay, so yeah, the next question is, what makes Double O different from other collectives?
Community.
I think the age probably definitely has something to do with it.
I personally don't think it's the age, because a lot of collectives are. I don't know. We have older people in our
I
collective.
don't know about that. Like,
But I would say the community, because you don't see many collectives that are like more of a friend group than they are like a collective or whatever. Like I feel like when you join other collective servers on Discord, like it's all about just music. It's all about just like creating songs or whatever. You go to our chat, like our general chat, you're not gonna see that often. Like you're gonna see people genuinely making conversation. I don't see that much in other collectives.
no, we're big chilling in the Doubleclick server. Check out the, you remember the scam cipher on Haze's second page? That just sums it up completely. Like,
oh yeah,
Oh my god.
Haze
and I have made.
nah, it's
Haze
really
and
neat.
Trevor have made.
John tries to get included, but I'm joking. But
I do get to get included because we had the fatties.
oh my
We
god,
had the
let's
fatties.
bro. Yeah, we like troll a lot. Like we're just chilling. Like we got we do other shit. So when we go online and shit, like we're just trying to have like a good time. Like we're just fucking around. So we troll a lot and like we just like play games together and shit. Like
Yeah, we try to have fun and just be really serious. About
exactly.
music.
It's not that much about music, to be honest. It's like a lot of other stuff that kind of go first, and then we just make music too. It's like, fuck it. Like,
The next question is. No, go ahead.
no, that was just like summing up. Go ahead.
The next question is, why do you see Doubleclick in 5 years?
5
Oh,
years.
shit.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
Where do I see us? I'm not sure. Where I hope to be is on stage with a couple of you. Like,
I'd love to be
Yeah.
on stage.
me and Chriad.
I can't really say. I'm not too certain about the future of Doubleclick. Like we don't have any like plans for like, we don't have a set plan of like what's gonna happen in like even the near future. I personally like I'd love to see us in 5 years at like performing somewhere. Like
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I
same.
think-
I'd say the same.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is like, just see us in the future. I guess is making like the step up to more IRL based shit than like
Mhm.
online shit. So definitely linking up, trying to get some venues like performing shit, do shit like that.
expanding the community.
Yeah, that's really why
Yeah.
I see it going. Like,
Yeah, like how Glaive and Midwest went from like.
I'd love to go on tour,
audience
dude.
to,
I'd
like,
love to go on
making-
tour.
oh yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
they all went from like online friends to like they actually
making
hang out, live
concerts. That's
together,
like-
type shit.
That's like the most thing we want to be like. In fact, well, I would want to be with them.
Yeah, no,
like, that would
yeah.
be so fire.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the same.
Yeah, like we
I've-
don't let the music die off. We like carry it on.
I've
Stuff.
exactly. I've high hopes because everyone that we have right now, they're all like actually dedicated to their music and the collective. So it's not like I don't see that as like an unattainable goal, to be honest. No.
Yeah, definitely.
True.
And I guess you could answer this for the people that aren't in school when you was in school, but how is it with people knowing your music in school? If they know, I guess.
I've got the worst out of anybody in the collective for sure.
But
No, literally it's all the time. It's anything that anybody ever says to me. Like, I mean, some people just like joke about it like every once in a while. I'm like, oh, haha. But there's some people, there were these two like sophomore volleyball girls. The only two things that they ever say to me, like I see them all the time, it's, hey, little Benny, can you make a song about me? And that's it. And I try to be like as humble as possible about my music. I really don't want to be that guy or anything like that. But like that kind of stuff just makes me mad. It's just like, you know, like treat me like a person. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be straight up. It's like the opposite for me. I graduated like last summer, I guess. But I was like, when I was like making music. So I never told anyone that I was making music, like except for like really close friends at school and shit. But people didn't know like that. I just started saying it because there's these 2 songs. There's one with my friend Cam, Jaden, like Y7X, that it was doing like a lot of numbers. Like if you look at my name on SoundCloud, I think it's the first thing that shows up. It has like 200K, 250K, something like that. And then there's this other song, my friend Dante, but it doesn't really count because he bought a big feature, so it boosted it a lot. But it has like 100K on Spotify.
Dolly?
Yeah, he bought my friend bought a Dolly.
It just hit 200K. Yeah.
It just hit something. So I was on those 2 songs. They're not my songs. I'm just features. But I had never told anyone at school. But when I saw those 2 songs popping up, I put them shits on my story, and I was like, yo, thanks for 100K, bro. I was like, yo, thank y'all for 100K on this, bro. Keep running it up. And so when my friends found out about me making music, like, they just thought I was way bigger than what I am. Like because I don't, like, there's people that probably still think I'm getting 100K every song type shit. Like, they think I'm way bigger than what I am. But I cut a lot of those people off. I still talk to some of them, but like, yeah, like the people that aren't my friends but were at school, like they thought I was like big. It's funny.
The people at my school are all very like, they're very like stale music tastes. Like I hate that shit on them, but like a lot of people have very just like average music tastes. Like, and normally like when I make songs, like I actually post them on my story. Like I'm not very private about the fact that I make music. And in school, normally people don't talk about my music, except sometimes like my friends will come to me like, "You're so fucking gay, dude. You make hyperpop." And yeah, they go up to me and they say that, but like I don't really care. But I posted a song once called Gaslight, and it's very like experimental, or the second half of it or whatever. Someone DM'd me from my school. He's like, "Bro, this sounds like actual shit. Like you should." I was like,
turn the auto tune down, bro. Don't put so much auto tune on it.
It wasn't even the auto tune. It was like this like I was working with like the granulators and like amen breaks and all this other shit.
I remember.
Yeah,
that's the shit that I hear all the time.
I still kind of personally like the song, but like I don't know. Some it's just like if you haven't heard shit like it before, it's like what people did with 100 gex. Like I'm not the biggest fan of 100 gex, but like people hear like 30 seconds of it and they never heard anything like it, and oh yeah, no, this is horrible. Like I never want to hear this again. But like I don't know. It kind of just for others, it's like, you know, I've already grown into liking it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, people in my school, like most of the people I hang out with, don't know that I make music, but like unless they follow me on IG, obviously. But my classmates know, they listen to my music, so when I drop, like they're hyped and shit, they ask me, when are you dropping next time, you know? They're making jokes with the teachers. Now my favorite artist is like 25th, it's really underrated and stuff. So that's really a good thing, and yeah, this is my relationship with school music.
For me, it's like really weird because like in my school I like don't talk to anyone, and I don't like follow anyone from like Houston. Not really, like probably only like one of my friends from IRL, and somehow Houston is still like my biggest like listeners. So I feel like they listen, but like they don't know or something. Like I don't know. It's like just them trying to be curious, you know. It's not like listening, because over here everyone listens to like Lil Baby and like NBA Youngboy and like all that, bro.
Same over here.
No one bumps like bro, I got like stunned that someone gave me their Instagram in like school and they listened to like Midwest, and I was like, yo, like Midwest was like the X, not like the genre, you know. And I was like, what the fuck?
No, my whole school listens to Stunna Boy.
Hell nah.
Not sure, bro.
Nah, I'd be bumping that too.
No one listened to me when I was in high school. Probably because I was making like tear out dubstep, bro. Who listens to that? But I don't know. I'll get like a Snapchat message here and there from someone I used to like hang out with, and they'll be like, "Yo, I've been listening to your music lately." And I'll be like, thanks. Like, what do you say to that? Like, they haven't talked to me in 4 years. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of just like a thank you. I don't know.
I told someone I made dubstep once in 6th grade, and they shoved me into a locker. I'm not making this up. That was the whole conversation. I was like, he was like, oh, yo, I heard you make music. What do you make? I was like, oh, dubstep. He just stares at me. He dead stare. He just shoves me into a locker.
Kind of deserved, to be honest.
I gotta be on his side.
Nah, for me, one time I was like walking with like someone in my school, and they were like listening to music, right? And I like look at their phone, and I see like they're like skipping songs, right? And I saw like my song on there, and I was like, bro, like it's so awkward for me to talk to someone about music in Houston. So seeing like someone like listen to that next to me, like that was probably like the biggest motivation so far. It's so hard for me.
Yeah, that's
Mostly
crazy.
when no one listens to that in Houston. It was me and Haze's song too. That's like
Shout
me and
out
my
that
brother,
person. Man. I don't even know
Which
that.
one?
someone you don't like.
No, like which song, dude? You said
Oh,
you and
Chosen
Hazel's
one.
song.
Chosen
Like
one.
you don't have 50 songs together, bro.
Oh, it was chosen
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah,
Yeah, I told Haze about this, I think.
I think you did.
Yeah, I did. But like I told you the name and stuff.
Yeah.
So the next question is, will we see a Gun Range X Doubleclick collab?
Yes. I'm pretty sure yes.
I'm hyped for it.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
see, the thing is, we've talked about it for like a minute. For like, it's been probably a couple months now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's been a couple months where it's like we're like talking about it a little bit. We didn't like know each other that well, but we have like some members that really are like friends with each other, like in the two
Moody
colors.
Riley's in both, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, like I had never talked to any of the people in Gun Range before like last month. Or I don't. Yeah. So it's like
Same.
we just like some of our friends like knew about them, so they're like, "Yo, you fuck with this," and we were like, "Yeah, it's pretty fire." So I just like I think I hit Wheel up. I don't know. I don't really know how. I don't remember that well, but we were supposed to make something. Still hasn't happened, but shit, like we're down, and
Yeah, no, I
we're
want
down.
to. I want to do so bad.
So it's
Like,
hopefully it'll happen. We'll see.
Yeah,
We're down. We just have
shout
to
out
like we just have to sit down and actually do it. That's it.
Exactly.
yeah,
Okay, the next question
it's in
is,
the works. That's what you can say.
the next question is, why is Zixdown?
Why is?
No, I know who.
I
I know
always
who.
get attacked.
I know who. I know who asked this.
Call your
They
minion.
said,
Call your minion.
My
That's
minion,
why.
bro. It's under my bed right now, bro. Should I
I don't.
bro, this was Maru that asked this one.
Oh my god, bro.
Of course.
Of course it is.
Why is this?
Maru's a clown, bro. What does that even mean? Why is Zixdown?
No, why is Zix face down? That's what the question is, bro.
Oh, like where you're down and you're not up.
I don't get that.
No.
Camera up, bro.
Okay, next question. Next
Bro, it's
question.
weekend, bro.
What's I don't know how to pronounce this. Someone asked, "What's your opinion on Sigil?"
Core.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that was Buggy. Buggy asked that.
oh, that's a. I feel like that's like a. That's a special like question. I don't know, cause like. The thing with it's not really. It's like a whole different community and sound and shit, and we don't really know much about it. So I feel like I'm not trying to offend anyone by like saying something about something I don't really know like that, you know. So
It's
I don't
an
know.
There's people in our collective that are huge Sigil Core fans, though. I'm pretty sure.
Whyhaze.
I actually listened to it a good
No.
amount. I listened to it
I
more
don't-
than Hyperpop.
I barely listen to it.
we
But
just. I honestly rather not comment about something that I don't know like that, you know. So I don't really have like an opinion.
yeah, I don't really have an opinion either because I barely listen to it. I don't even think I've listened to an entire Sigil Core song.
I personally
sure.
don't like it, but I think it's an acquired taste. But so is like Hyperpop and shit. So it's like, you know, same deal.
Yeah, same. I don't listen to it. It's kind of it kind of has a weird sound, but like some songs sounds nice. Like I've listened to some,
The
but
person
like
that
it's
asked
not
that
on
has
my
to be
daily.
trolling, bro.
That was
I feel like
Buggy.
that-
though.
that was like a troll
I
question.
feel like if I like a Sigil Core song, it's more because it's catchy or like the beat is like crazy.
Yeah,
It's not because like I like someone whispering in my ears, you know. No offense. The people that was.
You guys know Zixdown used to own an ASMR channel.
That's
What?
That's not true,
Bro, ASMR channel? Where did that come from, bro?
Wait,
You
Young,
probably own one, bro. That's how you came up with that, bro.
did you own a?
Is it fake news?
It's fake, bro. What the?
Didn't Young own some shit where he was doing like the
Yep.
readings, like the spiritual shit or something?
What?
You know
The
he
what?
did some podcast shit or something like that, and it was like some like spiritual, like religion based.
It was like church tutoring or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I had a podcast. I had a podcast with some dude from Scotland.
You want to tell us what it was called, or you want to like?
It was called the Baza Cleveland Show. That's what it was called.
No, not that. Wait, wasn't it just the hotline one?
Yeah, the hotline.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
He played Fortnite and he had like a
Yeah, no,
hotline
no,
phone number on the screen.
Back in the day, there was this channel on YouTube called the Buddhism Hotline, and I genuinely thought it was like the funniest thing in the world. It was like these two, like it was like this group of guys, and like they would set up this like fake hotline where they would just get trolled all day, and they would just like I don't know, they would like fake these. It was like the Christianity hotline with that Bill Jensen guy that was like blowing up all over the place. So it was shit like that. I'm pretty sure Christianity Hotline was inspired by Buddhism Hotline because that shit has been around since like 2013. They changed it now. There's no more Buddhism Hotline. But back in the day, my IRL friend and I made something called Hinduism Hotline. And
like the weirdest shit.
It went literally.
Story, like some random ass shit. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, I had no clue what you were talking about. I was like, what's? I thought you were trying to. I thought you were trying to joke with me like I did with Zixdown. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, that's the only podcast I remember. But now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so I had an IRL podcast with my IRL friend. It was called Hinduism Hotline, and we had an intro video that was like really terrible. And then we had like one video, and it was like an hour long. It sucked. And then we had a Fortnite. It's called the Hindu Boys Play Fortnite, and it was just me playing Fortnite. And yeah, no, it was definitely offensive. It was definitely terrible. Like it was so bad. But this is like freshman year of high school or something. This is a while back, or maybe it was 8th grade. I don't even know.
I'm already typing on Twitter. Don't you worry.
No.
Yo, they're clipping this, bro. They're clipping this part.
Yeah. No, but I fully take responsibility for everything that happens to me after I explained this because Jesus Christ, it's terrible.
Bro, it's actually on Twitter.
So the next question.
Life ruined. Oh, sorry.
The next question is, and apparently there's only one right answer for this, but which is the best Ninja Turtle?
Orange.
What?
Orange.
The orange one.
For me, I can say
Shut up, Michelangelo.
it's like the purple one. I actually have a picture with it too. Like,
Why'd you change your profile
one
picture?
Is fire. The purple one is fire.
The thing with the Ninja Turtles is that we're not talking about the regular ones. If you
we're talking about like
in the general chat, we're talking about there's the female counterparts. Like someone made some art.
Hell no!
Someone made
they're
some
so
art with
bad,
like,
bro.
Ninja Turtles, and we've been kind of having a strong discussion in the server lately about
me and his are getting like a
which
kink
Ninja
about it.
Turtle is the baddest Ninja Turtle. I've been saying the one.
The what? The what? What have you been saying, Hayes? What's your best, Hayes?
What'd you say?
Blue one. I'll say for
What's
the
your
baddest.
best,
For the
Hayes?
baddest, I say the blue one.
I don't
Just
know.
the pose.
Here's my
Just goes the
hypothesis.
pose. They're like,
Okay,
Crazy.
I'm
so
still going with the orange one. I'm sorry.
so each of them.
Bro, it's funny because like Roz doesn't know like the picture we're talking about. It's just like
No, I do know. I do know.
This is
I do know.
Oh, I
This
thought
is
you were
an
talking about, like
interview.
the normal Ninja Turtle.
No.
okay. So the red
Pohcus just found this image. I can tell.
I'm absolutely not answering this question.
if I had to pick, probably the purple one, but she's got SpongeBob teeth.
Virus, you're gonna have to put this picture on the interview because people are not gonna know what we're talking about.
Okay, bet.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, Virus, did you see the picture?
I haven't actually seen it. Your
You gotta
reactions.
put the picture on screen.
Yeah, I got you. Also, I want to say if anyone's question that they wrote down didn't get asked, it's kind of because you kind of probably mentioned it at some point. You kind of probably mentioned it at some point, like earlier on in the interview. That's why.
Or the question sucks.
Or that. But this song is, what's your favorite Chief Keef and Blade song?
Oh.
They had a collab?
Bro, imagine.
Yo, that would be fire.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
But there's a lot of like Blade songs where he tries to be like Chief Keef, like 50 Sec in my sock with Young Lean, bro. That sounds like straight Chief Keef.
Yeah, yes,
Like,
Sir and Love Sosa are both really good, and then Don't Like. Those are my top three.
I'd probably say Love No Thoughties, and for Blade, I'd probably say actually Desire or Desiree in the full album or Sugar in Ever Since. But Ever Since is the best album. No,
I just like Be Nice to Me because of beat, and that's honestly the only Blade song I've ever heard fully.
Come on, only one?
Wait, actually,
The only one I've heard fully.
Haven't you heard like Reality
always
Surfer?
roast me when I say this.
I probably
Right.
have, but I just never realized. And I was supposed to see Drain Gang a couple days ago, but I've been stuck in Miami.
I was about to say that Zix always roasts me when I say this, but my favorite like Blade album is that Working on Dying one. I just think
bro,
that's just
333
That
is
always
like
says that one of his
perfect,
work,
bro.
but it's just because it's the most like aggressive, like trappy one, and that's like
Yeah, and I don't like trap like that. I like more.
Hayes
like,
has been trying to get everyone into
Beautiful
Cemetery, and it's almost worked, but he can't give me.
He got me.
Sorry.
No, actually, my favorite Chief Keef one is War, and then
War?
yeah, War is crazy, and my Blade favorite one is
That's such
Decay.
like a
I'd
violent
say
song.
Decay.
I would never picture Ross listening to a War by Chief Keef.
That's like such
Come
a
on.
song, bro. You see this guy?
That's
So
like
what
something
for?
like you record.
Because I was in the Minecraft PvP community, and like people were always doing videos of PvPing with Chief Keef songs, and I was kind of like with Chicago drill songs. I was kind of like I had to listen to that shit to play Minecraft PvP. Like it wasn't my fault.
PP'd by Chief Keef is the best song ever made.
Nah, hear me out. So for Chief Keef, See Through has the nastiest snare roll I've ever heard in my entire life in a song. And then I'd say Side by Side with Thai Boy Digital.
Side by Side.
Damn, Side by Side,
You picked the
crazy
song
though.
with snare roll.
I don't listen to that much Blade, to be fair, but
Oh,
that's my
okay.
favorite.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't like Side by Side like that.
Side by Side is good, but
What about you,
bad.
Chriad?
Love Sosa and Reality Surf.
Reality
Easy.
Surf?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a W. That's a W.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
smart.
I never thought like Cry. You didn't see Blade?
Love No Thoughties is
Sometimes.
like Love No
It's
Thoughties
fine.
goes crazy because it's like the I don't know if it's a sample, but like the guitar in that
Which
or
one?
whatever. The Love No Thoughties one.
Oh, I thought you said Love Note by Blade.
No, I was talking about
What?
Bro will hear anything and think he's talking.
Wait, Love No
Someone's talking
Thoughties is
about
the one where
Blade.
he's in the phone call in the car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
Yeah,
my favorite.
that's the one I said
Yeah.
my favorite one too, but that one's crazy. Like that one, like if I'm sad, like bro, if you put that shit on, bro, it's not like
Yeah,
flipping
that's
and
just-
shit.
Oh,
Bro,
the-
it's hard.
Chief Keef always in the barber shop. I was at something about barber shop. I can't remember. I can't remember how it goes. It's been so long since I last heard it.
Okay, so that was the last set of questions. I've got one more question. This is a final question, and
Alright.
you can answer this as short as you want, as long as you want, as serious as you want, as trolling as you want. But we're gonna go. Okay, yeah. So the question is, what is the meaning of life?
Yo, we're about to get like deep. Yo,
All right.
I'm gonna go like drain mode, bro. Real talk, bro.
I would say Hyperpop.
I think the meaning of life is to live, laugh, love.
That's my final answer. That's my final answer. Live, laugh, and love Sosa.
All right, bro.
I guess I'll go. I don't know. I'll go with the serious one. Kind of serious one. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. At the end, I don't believe in anything. I'm gonna start with that. So I'm an atheist. So I'd say just we live on Earth to, I don't know, to be useful for the planet, for the people. So like I think we should enjoy our lives. Obviously by not fucking ourselves up, if you know what I mean. Not too much. But like I feel like it's good to try everything we can at once. Every job, every experience, everything. So just shoot your shot. That's basically what I'm saying. And also, I mean, life is short. Anything can happen at any point of your life. So just don't waste time.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna say.
Tom Cruise kidnapped me and got me into Scientology. So I think when the aliens come on the spaceship to pick us all up, I think that's the meaning of life right there.
Bruh, for me, it's kind of sort of like the same thing that Ross said, 25th, because I was really like depressed like December-ish, but then my friend Jackie, the one that put me on to like Hyperpop and everything, like she told me like just think of everything as a dream and everything just feels like way better. Like you can shoot your shot and everything, like just don't think about it too much. Don't overthink, and I feel like you can find happiness so easily if you just don't overthink and think what people are thinking about you. Don't care if you feel judged, you know.
Damn.
And on a serious note for me, I'm sorry. On a serious note for me though, I feel like there's a lot of joy in the world, and you know, when you're at like your really low points, you tend to not see that. I mean, you know, we've all been there, but I feel like you should do what makes you happy as long as it's not harming other people. And I feel like every day you need to find some joy in life, and you know, do what you need to do what you want to do, and make yourself happy, and just enjoy life. Fuck it, we ball. Like that's my motto. Like you just don't have to think about shit too much. Like I used to, like when I first started making music and stuff like that, I was in a really scared spot. Zix, I swear to God. And and I was in a really low point in my life because I didn't talk to anybody in grade school. I had really bad social skills, and I cared about what other people thought of me over like everything, which is partially why I tried to make like gangster rap music and stuff like that, just to like get popular and please other people and stuff like that. And I had like a really big social awakening, and I started enjoying life a lot more since then.
Bro, I feel that like so much.
That's what I gotta say. Yeah.
I think like on a serious note, like do you? Like the meaning of life isn't meant for you to portray yourself or like for you to project yourself onto others. It's for you specifically to improve or like, you know, to explore or to just like more like evolve into like, you know, the best version of you simply from what you like, what you want to do, like your likes, interests, like literally everything that makes you unique. Like you should not be influenced by or you should be influenced by others, but you shouldn't like, you know, be influenced in a way that like doesn't make you the way you should be. I mean, I personally think that just like the meaning of life is just to do you, you know?
Yeah, be yourself. That's the most important thing.
Oh my God, please be
No matter
yourself.
what.
If I
Yeah,
can go and like tell like all like 7th and 8th graders, like people who are in that, like I feel like we've all had that little like conundrum phase, like for real, like people, you need to be yourself. Cause
Yeah,
like,
you need to be
there's a point in
yourself.
time.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. There's a point in time where I was like I said earlier in the interview, I was a fucking piece of shit, dude. I was terrible. I used to think that Ben Shapiro compilations were the most like entertaining thing to watch on YouTube, and I say that regretfully. And that wasn't me. That's not who I am, and neither is like anything I put on the internet but like from any time up until like early 2021. Like I don't know. I just think like being yourself is the best way you can be like the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Live, you learn.
Yeah, I feel like I
Like,
wasn't
don't live your
myself
life for
too.
others.
Yeah, I was
feel like
myself too, like some time ago. I wasn't feeling right. I wasn't feeling I was like fully myself. I just started developing this now, and I'm happy about that. You know?
Yeah, same. I was like really depressed over like relationship stuff, but then like you just gotta get out of your comfort zone and like don't let like anxiety take over you, because that's a lot of stuff that like the doctors have told me. Like when I was at the mental hospital, that's all they told me is like just think of everything like as a dream, and like you'll get out of your comfort zone and you could overcome anxiety. Like don't overthink. That's it.
I think people are nervous about like becoming themselves, and it's not like always about other, like because of other people, but it's always about like, I don't know like when I'm becoming myself or whatever. Like I just don't know like when I'll reach that point. It's like, you know, it will come to eventually. Like if you're 30 years old and this still hasn't hit you, like when, like how you want to be yourself, like don't worry about it. Like it will come to you. Just give it time. Like don't freak out about all that.
What about you, Hayes?
I don't think too deep about it. Like I just be chilling. Like I guess meaning of life would be like whatever you make it. Like you just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, I just don't think shit's that deep. You know, just do whatever you want.
So, Chriad, let's round it out. What is the meaning of life?
I mean, as we've just seen, like 5 different people had five completely different answers to their own versions of the meaning of life. And the way I think about it is like everyone has their own personal goals, and their own personal goals create their own meaning of their own life. And no one's meaning of life is the same. For me, I just want to make music with my friends, and my personal goal is to do that and eventually turn it into like something I could do for more of my like waking moments, because right now, you know, there's other things I have to do. Like I have to work, I have to pretty much just work. But if I ever got to a point where I could just, you know, make music, spend time with my friends and people I care about, that's when I'll have like achieved what I've been wanting to do this whole time, I guess.
Damn, we got deep.
Stay in school. Stay in school.
Y'all did. I didn't really.
Got really deep.
So,
Man.
yeah, I wanna thank you for taking the time out and coming to do the interview.
Thanks to you.
Oh, cool.
And,
Thank you so much.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, we really appreciate this opportunity to let our
Absolutely.
voices be heard.
Yeah,
For
sure.
sure.
Cool. So
Especially with the other people you've interviewed, it's like, you know, it's people like that like look up to and shit. So it's definitely cool to be in the same, like, I don't know.
Well, you
Like,
can.
Like being able to do
I've
it.
been interviewed, you know. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm. Yeah, thank you so much, bro.